got beat for 250 yards.
Oh, okay, you guys, I know people said, oh, Titans, Jags, and if you're a casual NFL fan, you're like, eh.
Yeah.
If you didn't watch this, you missed the greatest running back performance in the history of Thursday Night Football and one of the great performances of the year, probably the play of the year as well. Here's the man of the night with Aaron Andrews.
All right, well, you set a franchise record for career rushing yards. You could have set a franchise record for career rushing touchdowns, but we saw the conversation back and forth where you were telling Mike Vrabel to put Dion Lewis in. What was behind that?
You know, I mean, we both got to eat. You know, I want to see him get a touchdown. I got 4. You know, I don't really, I just care about my teammates. You know, I want to see them get a touchdown. You know, we work so hard, you know, throughout the week. So, you know, it's that relationship that we have. You know, they don't want to see everybody eat. You know, I ain't saying I'm being selfish, but, you know, records, you know, they come and go. So.
Did you have an idea that if you scored that 5th touchdown, that was the franchise record?
I didn't, you know, and if I did, I still would let him go in. Because, you know, you know, we like family, so, you know, I want to see him get a touchdown. You know, we teammates, that's what teammates do. You
tied Tony Dorsett for the longest touchdown in NFL history with that 99-yard run. What does a run like that feel like?
I'm with Tony Dorsett, man. That's a legend. That's somebody that, you know, I looked up to. I actually got to spend time with him when I won the Heisman. But, you know, I'm just so blessed. You know, credit to all my teammates, O-line blocking, tight ends, you know, receivers. You know, it's a whole group, not just me. I just had to go out there and do what I do and make a play.
But what was the difference tonight in terms of you having a night like this?
I think it's just preparation. You know, us, you know, preparing as a whole. You know, knowing what's at stake, knowing what we got to do, you know, as a team collectively, and go out there and getting it done. You know, they have a great defense. You know, I credit to everybody on offense, you know, for the success I had, how we played today. You know, we wanted to start fast and finish strong. I think we did that today.
And you got all those footballs, right? I saw you walking around trying to grab them all.
I was trying to grab them. I didn't get all of them, but, you know it's a blessing, and thank God for this opportunity.
Awesome job. Thanks so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Woo. What a night. The best rushing performance in Thursday Night Football history. The best fantasy performance of the year this year. 47 points.
Did you have him on your bench?
Standard scoring leagues. My guess is you might have, because we haven't seen this Derrick Henry before. What do you make of that?
Well, I have to go off of what he said. It's all about preparation. And you have to, you know, you have to wait until your number's called, right? And his number was called tonight. The offensive line did a great job providing some holes for him, but he did a tremendous job at finishing runs, because he got some open holes, but it was what he did once he got through those open holes, shedding tacklers, breaking tackles, and then running away from people, and then a stiff arm. That was just nasty.
Well, what's interesting is you listen to Aikman and Buck talking about it during the game, how they asked him to run more physical. And you wouldn't think that you would have to ask Derrick Henry to do that, but, clearly it worked. He's stiff-arming the entire Jaguars team up and down the football field. It looked tremendous. This is what we expected from the Titans all year, really. Yeah. You know, and it was just great to see it tonight.
Here's how Reggie sounded on that run. Okay, the whole way down the field. You were fun to watch.
I was excited, man, because just seeing him doing what he's doing at that size, 250 pounds, 6'3".
He's huge.
That's like Eddie George. That's the only other person I can think of that had that kind of size who played the way he did, and it's just magical to see those kind of performances, man. I'm glad I was able to witness it in person and live.
Scott said that it was weird when he went to the sideline late in the game with that 5th touchdown looming there.
I think Mike Vrabel thought it was weird too, at least for one.
You liked it though.
Early,
I liked it because he wanted to get his other guys involved, right? Him and Dion Lewis are very close. And look, he felt like, listen, I had a great day. He had 4 touchdowns, 250 yards rushing. So he wanted to get his other guys involved, and that's what you need. You need that kind of leadership on your team. You need that kind of leadership from your playmakers, because that goes further down the road, especially when they got to make push to the playoffs.
Well, you guys weren't the only ones who were impressed with him.
Everyone was talking about it.
So was Le'Veon Bell, who
He's
tweeted.
got a lot of time on his hands, right?
That's true.
Gurley also impressed with what he saw, called it the run of the year.
I would agree with that. It's definitely, I thought it was Lamar Miller before that, but now it's definitely Derrick Henry.
Chris Johnson tweeted, "I see you, Tutu." And tons of other people tweeted about him as well. In fact, Derrick Henry is the #1 trend right now in the U.S. For a while, he was the #3 trend in the U.S. also, because that many people tweeted about him but spelled his name wrong.
I love it.
Is it Derrick with 2 R's, 1 R?
2 R's and an I and a C and a K, not an E-C-K.
His handle is King Henry. by the way. King
There you
Henry
go.
_2.
That was not trending, however. So the Titans now pick up a much-needed win in order to stay in the playoff hunt. They're 7-6, still a tough road for them. How do you think it goes for them
It's interesting
moving forward?
because the Texans have 9 wins, so they're sitting right there, only 2 ahead, and there's still some football to be played. So anything can really happen. The Texans are playing the Colts. The Colts could find a way to beat them. And you look at the schedule, they play at the Giants. I mean, the Giants have been playing better recently, but if you can run the football like this, play good defense, you got a chance. Then you play the Redskins and the Colts. And the Redskins and the Colts, we just saw the Colts play the team that you just got done beating, and they didn't even score a point. So you got a real chance at this thing if you can get some help.
What about the Jaguars, who are obviously out of the mix at this point? We thought
They
that
have
they
a
were
lot of
going
questions
to
because
be.
there was effort issues tonight.
Yeah, they got a ton of questions, and I agree with you. There was a lot of effort plays that were missed or that weren't made on that Jacksonville defense. The defense that we've seen carry this team for the last 2 or 3 years, I felt like today I saw some plays where they gave up, and maybe they just felt too much pressure to carry this team yet again because the offense is not holding up their end of the bargain. They're not getting any production on the offensive side of the ball, and it's very similar to me of what's going on with the Kansas City Chiefs and LA Rams. They're getting a lot of production on one side and very little production on the other side. And so I think you just saw pressure bust pipes at sometimes, man, and it just couldn't get it done. And I felt like the defense really, really felt that pressure today.
Yeah, it was tough because they had a lot of chances early. Cody actually made some pretty good throws down the field. They dropped him. It didn't turn into anything. And then Derrick Henry had the day that he had. You had hope for him because last week they played the Colts. They had a shutout. You're thinking, okay, maybe Cody can come in and get a couple first downs, maybe spark this team. But it looks like they, like you said, they just ran out of gas. They're just tired of being on the field. You know, when you get beat up like that, there's only so much you can do.
Well, a great performance we saw this Thursday night, and look what we have in store for you next Thursday night. You guys, we've got